It's my hope and expectation that there will be less intrusive action relative to the hospital. There is an effort to take this pause to deal with the release of prisoners. The hospital must be protected.
Colonel, I'm not really sure what the strategy here is, because the operation to us may very well be over at this point, and you have the president kind of talking about this pause. What do you make of this?
It sounds to me like the president really doesn't know what they're doing, and that's not entirely surprising. It's kind of the way that the Israeli Defense Forces very often operate. They'll give kind of a general idea about what they're going to do, but they won't give any operational details for their own security. And I would be surprised if this was over this quick, because you see that's a very large compound, and if they're actually going to clear that building, they'll have to go floor by floor and room by room. So this could get ugly, and that's not good for anybody, whether Israeli Defense Forces or the civilians inside.
Here's the deputy Pentagon spokesperson about the Iranian proxies hitting the American troops.
Our main goal is to contain and to make sure this conflict is contained within Gaza. Right now, that's where we see it. We see the conflict remaining within Israel and Gaza and between Israel and Hamas.
So if I'm reading this right, Colonel, what they're saying is, listen, we don't want this thing to explode into a wider conflict. So essentially, we're letting these proxies get away with this.
That's a real problem. We've been signaling this from Kirby on down, and President Biden, that we don't want a war, we don't want to expand it, and then we're hitting these little pinprick strikes out there. And of course, as I've been saying, you know, our troops there need to come out and need to move to a more defensible position and not just sit out there vulnerable, because the only thing they're doing right now is providing a point of vulnerability for us, because if any are killed, there's going to be a lot of calls to strike directly at Iran. But just asking them not to do it begs them almost to do it, especially these groups who have an incentive on getting this to come in, because they want this war to spread out to bring other people in on their side.